Anthropic's researchers recently interviewed 81,000 users across 159 different countries to map the economic impact of artificial intelligence. The resulting dataset offers a massive qualitative window into how we're actually working and learning. Many users describe the technology as the ultimate teacher, an always available, infinitely patient tutor. One person explained how the AI unblocked a severe phobia of math without judging them, allowing them to finally tackle trigonometry and understand Shakespeare. This chart compares two of the primary educational impacts found in the study. On the left, 33% of respondents report significant learning benefits, but on the right, 17% warn of a specific harm, cognitive atrophy. The people sounding this alarm are most often the educators themselves. Teachers and academics in the study were 2.5 to 3 times more likely than the average user to report witnessing cognitive decline firsthand in their students. The students in the study admit how this happens. One described getting excellent grades by turning in the AI's answers, while realizing they had simply memorized the output without retaining any of the underlying knowledge. When the shortcut becomes this effective, it allows the student to bypass the cognitive struggle that historically defined the process of learning. This chart tracks cognitive atrophy rates across different occupations, and it reveals a sharp divide. While university students show high rates of decline, tradespeople report nearly the opposite, massive learning gains at 45%, with an atrophy rate of just 4%. The data splits between two different motivations. When someone learns because they need to understand a process to complete a task, volitional learning, they thrive. When they learn strictly to pass a class, institutional learning, the tool becomes a crutch. The current university model measures success by final output. Grades are assigned based on the completed essay or working code, which offers little visibility into the actual mental effort required to produce them. AI is optimized to generate that final output instantly. This allows students to skip the dead ends and the mental friction that are required to actually build and retain new skills. A tradesperson can't hand a client an AI-generated essay about fixing a pipe. Their real-world outcomes can't be faked by a text generator, so they use AI to help them understand the actual process of doing the work. Because universities focus heavily on grading the final result, the technology that should be a learning accelerator is instead used to outsource the thinking itself. This bar chart shows the percentage of respondents who feel their job is threatened by AI, categorized by career stage. The early group is reporting the highest levels of economic anxiety in the entire study. Part of this fear stems from a metric called observed exposure. This measures the specific percentage of tasks within a job that the AI is already being used to perform. This scatterplot maps the perceived threat of job loss against observed exposure. The trend shows that as AI takes on more tasks, fear of displacement rises. In the upper right quadrant, we see professions with the highest exposure: software developers, web developers, and computer programmers. The tasks automated in these roles, like writing basic scripts or drafting documentation, represent the core responsibilities many degree programs prepare their students to handle. This creates a unique pressure for new graduates. They are entering a market where their entry-level skills are being automated, often after they've spent years using the same automation to complete their degrees. Now that an AI can generate a passing grade in seconds, verifying a student's ability based solely on what they produce is no longer a viable way to measure learning. This forces a shift toward process verification. Educators have to design systems that measure the actual struggle of problem solving and the ability to navigate complex, collaborative challenges. This chart shows the productivity gains users report from AI. The top bar shows that 48% of users see the biggest benefit in the expansion of their scope, their ability to take on entirely new tasks rather than just working faster or cheaper. In practice, this means a non-technical worker might build a full software application, or a junior employee might handle the high-level strategy usually reserved for a management team. In this environment, hiring a worker to execute a single, repetitive task is becoming less efficient than hiring someone who can direct an entire AI-driven workflow. To remain relevant, a university degree must stop certifying what a student can simply produce and start certifying what they have the capacity to orchestrate.